All right, questions for our student athletes?
All right, so just want to make sure I got in the right order here. We got Colin, Casey, Garen, Brendan. Okay, perfect. Garen, what went into the decision to come back? Chip had said that there was a lot of disappointment on your end as far as not having that pro opportunity, but like, were you ever not going to come back here if that didn't work out?
No, I love it here, and I feel like part of being a leader for these guys is fulfilling my commitment of playing here for 4 years if pro ball weren't an opportunity. So I'm more excited than ever for this year and to be back, and I'm just going to focus on being where my feet are and being the best leader I can for all these guys.
What do you think of the lineup or its potential this year?
I mean, we're really excited about who we have and who's come back and the pieces we've added. And obviously, you guys know that this is probably one of the better lineups that I've ever been a part of, not only here at Arizona, but in my baseball career. So we're really excited to get things going on Friday.
Brendan, what did you learn most from this past summer at the Cape League as far as improving your overall game?
Yeah, I took a lot from there's a lot of good players up there, so just being able to watch what they do, kind of how they go about their business, once they get to the facility, how their routines, and just, picking up on, what good players did, being able to kind of branch out a little bit and, meet a lot of players and meet a lot of guys from different schools and being able to see what they do, yeah.
How much do you pay attention to the draft rankings and boards and all that as far as for you and for other people on the team?
I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't see it, but it doesn't mean anything. Like, I think we can all agree there's one goal with this team. Like, I don't individually, like, if we complete our team goal, like, what we want as individuals will happen. So we're focused on one thing as a team, and that's getting Omaha and winning a national championship.
Brendan, what does it mean to have Garen back on the team this year?
Oh, it's huge. Garen's been, I've looked at Garen as a leader since I got here. So him being like that maturity and the experience for myself included, younger guys, whoever, and he's just such a great example to have.
So Casey, your first 2 years here, you were used exclusively as a reliever, but I believe you threw 5 innings in an intra-squad recently. Where do you see your role this season?
I've been built up this preseason. They still haven't decided where I will be, so I'm open to starting. I'm open to the bullpen. Whatever kind of helps the team be the most successful, I'm open to doing either one.
Do you pitch any differently if you're a starter or a reliever? Do you have to use more pitches or pace yourself or anything like that?
I would say that was a little bit of the learning curve. 2 weeks ago, I was supposed to go 4 innings. I only went 3 just because I was kind of nitpicking around the zone, trying to be a starter. But I kind of got more in the mindset every inning's the 7th inning, like what I'm used to. Go in there, throw strikes, attack the hitters. And then my last outing was a lot more successful. So I would say just attacking each outing like it's a 7th inning and going from there.
Colin, how did you end up here? How did Arizona find you or you find them?
Yeah, so obviously I had entered the transfer portal, and one of the first teams to come at me was Arizona, and what they said to me just blew me away. It was awesome. It was everything that I wanted and more, and they fulfilled that. Being here, the same person that I had on my visit, showed me around as the same coach I have now. So I'm really appreciative of that, and it's really helped us grow as a team, I think, just having those guys, the staff that we have, and just the knowledge and everybody around. Yeah, it's been great.
Are you an analytics guy?
I'm getting more into it, yeah, just because we're surrounded by it. But I try to let them, work their magic and just relay the message to me. They just keep it simple. I just go out there and do my business.
What was the pitch? What did they say to you that impressed you so much?
It was just how honest they were, and it just felt really genuine, and they throughout the whole recruiting spill, like everything they said, it lined up, and just almost seemed like one of those too good to be true moments. But everything is what I expected and more. So.
Sure. Garen, you were at Globe Life the last time, correct? And you and Tommy, are you guys the only ones?
I think so. Maybe Orloff too. I'm not too sure.
Orloff's the other one. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What do you remember about that weekend?
Oh man, I mean, just thinking about it, it's a full circle moment for me, kind of completing out my 4 years here. I just remember it was an electric atmosphere. We played, I think, Texas Tech, and their fans were had the place going on that. I think it was a Saturday or Sunday maybe, but I mean, I'm excited for everyone on our team this year to experience it because I mean, it's probably one of the best college baseball weekends I've ever been a part of. So I'm excited to be back.
For any of the other three of you, what are you looking forward to most about getting to play there?
Just like the big league facility, and it's brand new, so I'm really excited to be able to see it, kind of see the locker rooms and stuff, weight room. It'll be cool.
Did
Yeah.
you play there before, Colin?
I have, yeah. I opened up there last year. I pitched there on my birthday, so it had a good experience, and I'm ready to go back and get some more.
How'd you do?
Did well, yeah. Good first start, so.
So what's life in the Big 12 like, since these guys did the Pac-12 type thing? But what are those venues or anything? Like, what do you have you shared with these guys?
Yeah, there's a lot of good stadiums to play at, a lot of good crowds, a lot of fun atmospheres to play in. I'm just excited that these guys get to go with me this year and get to experience some of it.
You're from Nassau Bay, which is right near the Space Center?
Yes, right across the street.
Okay. Did your parents, did they work there? Was it just a coincidence that you live right there? Or?
Yeah, it's just kind of a coincidence. The neighborhood I live in is actually a neighborhood they built for the astronauts that worked at NASA. We just happened to live there, and
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
parents just work local, have been there my whole life, so.
Huh, okay.
Casey, is either Braden or Dawson working with you guys in the bullpen?
Yeah, so Dawson and Owen Cuff's the new guy. He's been in the bullpen. They kind of will be there monitoring the bullpen during the games, making sure guys are staying ready to go. But yeah, they've been working closely with John and Kevin to make sure that they're learning and teaching us. They're watching us play catch every day, making sure that they can relay information. So
For any of the returners, is it weird having a teammate now be somebody that can essentially tell you what to do, or have that kind of weird dynamic to it?
No, I don't think so. I mean, those are great culture guys that are, that chose to hang around and believe in the team success, and they're doing everything they can to help us get from where we are to where we want to go, and we're just super thankful that they chose to be here with us this year.
Is the banana thing sticking around?
We'll have to see. I'm not too sure.
Wasn't that Dawson and Braden that were?
I think it was a collective group.
Yeah,
I have no idea where that all
Clark and-
started, but.
For Garen and Brendan, what's an at-bat like against these two?
McKinney's kind of had me, honestly, since he's gotten here. It's tough, it's obviously a really, really good fastball, and I feel like they all throw new pitches every single week, so it's like you never know what to expect. So no, they're both elite, both very challenging at bats. Casey obviously with a heavy sinker and changeup, which is a nightmare for lefties. So he's kind of someone, if you can elevate the ball, which he doesn't throw it up in the zone much, you can kind of have some success. Otherwise, it's going to be tough sledding. So no, they both got really elite stuff.
Garen, I talked to Mason, and he was saying that when Casey's pitching, he positions himself in certain ways because he kind of knows that there's going to be a grounder and where it might go. Do you kind of do the same when he's out there?
Yeah, we felt like with Hintz, we were kind of getting beat in ways last year just with how we were being aligned. So we made some adjustments more specifically for him and kind of preparing and expecting for ground balls. And I would say it's worked pretty good, and it started working towards the end of the year last year, and we're going to continue with that moving forward this year.
For either of the pitchers, who's been the toughest to deal with in the preseason?
Honest truth is everybody. From the experience I got in the Big 12 last year facing these guys, it makes me super excited for the amount of games I think we're going to win this year. And it's just we have a super complete team, and I've had this conversation before. My answer was everyone's a tough out. Especially these two. These guys, Garen's got me, Summer's got me a little bit. It's all fun, but I'm ready to play as a team and get this thing going.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'd bounce off that. Everyone's tough. I'd say newcomer Aaron Walden's kind of had my number since he's been here. Just like going through the lineup, you have Summerhill, who's in the leadoff spot right now, and like on any other team, you'd probably be a 3-4 hitter. So that just kind of shows you the depth that we have in the top of the order, especially. And then you get to the bottom of the order, and you can't pitch around guys because then you get right back to the top of the order, and now you're in trouble. So I'd say everyone kind of the way they set up the lineup, like everyone's bouncing off each other, and you can't pitch around a guy.
And Brendan, you're now going to be in right field?
That's the plan right now. Whatever.
Because you started last year in left and then ended up in center,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
What's different about right field? Like, I mean,
With playing at High Corbett, it's kind of the same mentality everywhere. We kind of all have to have that center fielder like go get it until you know. Here for me, it's most likely going to be Walton in center field. Like I got to listen for him if he says something. Otherwise, it's go get the ball until that happens. And on the road, like we'll see. I think it'll be much easier because there's a lot more ground to cover at High Corbett. So I think everything's going to shrink, which will make it easier.
What are your impressions of Walton so far?
I love him. I mean, he's besides who he is as a baseball player and how he's going to help us win games, like great dude, great for our locker room, and that's really important, especially with how we learned what culture can do for a team last year.
Sure. Colin, pitching close to home, what does that mean for you? I mean, obviously you went to Baylor, so you already were, but having that opportunity.
Yeah, that was going to be really exciting. I've been far away from my family for quite some time now, so getting excited to get back there and play and get everybody up there and put on a good show for them.
Casey, you went to the same high school as Tony Pluto. What's your relationship with him?
We're pretty close. We're roommates too, so I mean we've known each other for a while. Same high school. We play on the same travel ball team as well, so we're close and we work together. And we're in the bullpen together all the time too, so we kind of just have built that connection.
What was the sequence in terms of who committed first and second and so forth?
He committed first. I think it was December of our senior year, and then I didn't commit till like April of my senior year. So he was first, and then I was after him.
What was the delay? What were you weighing your options, or Arizona hadn't discovered you yet, or?
Arizona hadn't discovered me. I was committed to a junior college, just kind of set on going there, and then Trip found me, and then I ended up coming down to visit and then making the decision. So
When that was all going down and you realized that it was going to happen, what was your feeling at that time?
I mean, at that point, I was just really excited to get the opportunity, and I was just telling myself, go there, earn a spot, show them what I can do. Like at that time, I didn't know if I belonged here. Like I was committed to a junior college. Like I didn't know if I should be here or not. But then I came in, worked hard in the fall, earned a spot, and the rest is history from there.
for Garen and Brendan, last year you guys were picked pretty far down in the Pac-12, and you guys really adopted that no one thinks anything of us approach. But now you're higher at the Big 12, you're ranked in all these things, there's all these watch lists, preseason All-Americans. How do you guys deal with that, the expectation from an internal standpoint?
Yeah, I'd say, the pressure that comes with those expectations is a privilege, and we've earned the right to have those expectations, and we're going to focus less on the expectations and more on the execution of playing up to our standard. So that's my answer to that.
Yeah, and I mean, kind of to echo off that, like nothing's really changed. Like we kind of knew what we had all year last year. Like there was never a doubt that, like what people were saying, oh, are we the 9th best team in the conference? Like we knew that wasn't true all along. And so it's kind of keeping that underdog mentality and just saying like, hey, let's go keep doing what we know how to do, what we've been doing, and with a new group now. So it's super exciting to kind of get the ball rolling.
A couple of newcomers that Chip was referencing, Matisse Neuron and Smith Bailey. Any of you guys just tell us what those guys are all about as players?
Yeah, I'd say Matisse is a tall, I would call him athletic third baseman and switch hitter. And this spring especially, he's really shown what he can do with the bat. And, I mean, he's making it tough on everyone to get in the lineup, I could say that. And you guys can touch on the other ones.
Yeah, I'll talk on Smith. Like, he has the stuff to go out there and compete, and it's just going to be about his mentality of when he's out there throwing strikes, attacking hitters, and he has the stuff to get guys out. He's shown it all spring. He's made it tough on our hitters, so, yeah, he's a really good player.
Yeah, Smith's made it really tough for me. I think I didn't put a ball in play against him till this past weekend, including the fall. So, yeah, Smith's tough, and Matisse, yeah, he's French. He's great to have around in the locker room, and he's a great hitter, great player. So he really works hard. And he's always at the field, and like first one there, last one gone. So he's he's, yeah, great locker room guy, hard worker.
Any of you guys speak French?
No.
No? You guys tried?
Nope. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.